Did you know that a single ingredient, found in your spice rack, could help improve blood flow, reduce fatigue, and even support stronger erections, all without a prescription? I'm Dr. Justin Keller, and today we're diving into something most men over 60 never hear about: the powerful, science-backed benefits of turmeric water, and how it can quietly but powerfully support your performance, energy, and confidence as you age. This isn't about hype. We're going to look at real, practical benefits of turmeric water, from boosting circulation and testosterone levels to lowering blood sugar, calming stress, protecting your heart, and more. But here's the key. Make sure you watch until the end, because the first benefit I share might actually be the most surprising and the one most men ignore. Miss that and you miss the point. Also, I want to hear from you. Drop your city or town in the comments. I'd love to see where this message is reaching men who are ready to take control of their health naturally. If you find value in what you hear today, hit that like button and subscribe to Glowing Age. It's a simple way to support these honest, practical lessons I share to help men like you live longer and live better. Now, let's get into the 10 benefits of turmeric water for men over 60, starting with something every man needs to hear: the forgotten root. Why turmeric deserves a second look. What if the secret to improving blood flow, reducing joint pain, and supporting your intimate health was hiding in your kitchen cabinet this whole time? I'm Dr. Justin Keller, and I want to talk to you about something that's been used for thousands of years, but is only now being understood for its full potential in men over 60. Turmeric, not the capsules, not the fancy extracts. I'm talking about something far simpler: turmeric water. Most people think of turmeric as just a spice for cooking, maybe something in a curry. But turmeric contains a powerful compound called curcumin. And curcumin, when absorbed properly, works like a natural anti-inflammatory on a cellular level. That's not hype. That's backed by over 6,000 peer-reviewed studies. Why should that matter to you? Because inflammation is one of the core reasons men experience fatigue, poor circulation, joint stiffness, and yes, even problems with erections. When blood vessels are inflamed, they narrow. That restricts blood flow. And healthy erections, they depend entirely on strong, unrestricted circulation. Turmeric water, taken first thing in the morning with a pinch of black pepper to enhance absorption, helps calm inflammation system-wide. Think of it like oiling the engine. You may not notice it overnight, but in a matter of weeks, many of my patients report waking up feeling more mobile, more energetic, and more responsive in areas they didn't expect. In traditional medicine systems like Ayurveda, turmeric was known as liquid gold for vitality. What's fascinating is that modern science is now proving those ancient beliefs to be right. A 2019 study published in the Journal of Clinical Medicine found that regular intake of curcumin significantly improved endothelial function. That's the health of the inner lining of your blood vessels. Better blood vessel health, less inflammation, more natural support for the things that matter most to men over 60, and all from a simple cup of turmeric water. Blood flow boost, the secret to natural male vitality. Let me be direct. Without proper blood flow, erections don't happen. It's not about age or desire or even hormones. It starts and ends with circulation. And the good news is, turmeric water plays a surprisingly powerful role in supporting exactly that. I've seen it time and time again in my clinic. Men in their 60s and 70s walk in feeling discouraged, believing their best days are behind them. But often the real problem isn't age, it's compromised blood flow. Years of cholesterol buildup, stiffened arteries, and inflammation silently narrow the very pathways that supply blood to the penis. Here's where turmeric steps in. Curcumin, the active compound in turmeric, has been shown in multiple studies to enhance nitric oxide production in the body. That's important because nitric oxide relaxes the inner muscles of your blood vessels, allowing them to widen. Wider vessels mean better blood flow. Better blood flow means more reliable, firmer erections. In one study published in Nutrition Research and Practice, men who consumed curcumin regularly saw measurable improvements in vascular function. That's not a miracle. That's physiology responding to what it needs. But this isn't just about the bedroom. Improved circulation affects your energy, your brain function, your heart health, even how quickly your muscles recover after walking or working in the garden. I often remind my patients, an erection is a full-body event. If your heart's not healthy, your performance won't be either. Drinking turmeric water daily, especially in the morning, acts like a natural circulatory tune-up. It's gentle, safe, and, most importantly, it supports the systems your body already has in place. You're not forcing anything. You're allowing your body to do what it's designed to do. This simple ritual may not seem like much, but for many men, it becomes the turning point. Not because of magic, but because they're finally supporting their blood vessels the way nature intended. Hormone helper, supporting healthy testosterone levels. Here's something most men don't hear often enough. Low testosterone isn't always about age. Yes, testosterone naturally declines after 30, but what causes it to crash later in life is usually something else entirely. Chronic inflammation, stress, poor sleep, and insulin resistance. Now here's where turmeric water becomes more than just a health drink. It becomes a tool for hormonal balance. Research shows that chronic inflammation interferes with the brain's ability to signal the testes to produce testosterone. It also increases cortisol, the stress hormone that directly suppresses testosterone levels. It's a one-two punch. Your body is inflamed, your stress response is overactive, and your testosterone takes the hit. That's where curcumin, turmeric's active compound, starts making a difference. In a 2014 study published in the Journal of Steroid Biochemistry, researchers found that curcumin supplementation not only lowered inflammation markers, but also helped restore healthy testosterone production in animal models. Other human studies suggest similar trends, especially when curcumin is combined with lifestyle changes like better sleep and weight management. But for many of my patients, the real benefit comes from consistency. When you drink turmeric water daily, ideally first thing in the morning, you're supporting your body's ability to regulate cortisol levels and reduce systemic inflammation. That means your hormones can stabilize naturally without external medication or hormonal replacement therapy. And here's something else to consider. Healthy testosterone isn't just about libido. It's about energy, mood, muscle mass, bone density, and motivation. When testosterone levels are in a healthy range, men feel more alive. They sleep better, move easier, and approach life with more clarity. You don't need to chase extreme solutions. A glass of turmeric water might seem simple, but when paired with the right intention, it becomes part of a daily rhythm that supports your body on a hormonal level. It's not flashy, but it's effective, and for many men, it's exactly what was missing. The inflammation-erection link. What most men don't know, most men I talk to have no idea that inflammation, not age, is often the hidden reason behind their declining performance. They think it's just part of getting older, but in reality, there's something deeper going on beneath the surface. Let me explain. When we talk about inflammation, we're not just talking about swollen joints or visible pain. We're talking about chronic, low-grade inflammation, the kind that silently damages blood vessels, stiffens arteries, and disrupts the delicate systems responsible for healthy erections. Erections require one key thing above all else: unimpeded blood flow. And inflammation is the #1 enemy of that flow. It causes blood vessels to narrow and lose flexibility. It creates microscopic damage in the inner lining of those vessels, called the endothelium, making it harder for the body to relax and allow blood in where it needs to go. That's why I often tell my patients, if your erections aren't what they used to be, look at your inflammation levels before anything else. This is exactly where turmeric water comes in. Curcumin, the powerhouse in turmeric, works by targeting the very inflammatory pathways that disrupt vascular function. In one study published in Phytotherapy Research, curcumin was shown to suppress NF-κB, a protein complex known to trigger chronic inflammation. By calming this internal storm, turmeric helps restore the normal flexibility of your arteries and supports healthier blood flow to every part of your body. And that includes the parts that matter most in intimate moments. Even more, inflammation affects your nerve sensitivity and testosterone regulation, both essential for sexual health. So when men reduce inflammation, they don't just see better physical performance. They feel more connected, more confident, and more in control. You might not feel inflammation the way you feel a pulled muscle or sore back. But trust me, it's there, and it's often behind the issues many men hesitate to talk about. The good news: you can start turning that around with something as simple as a glass of turmeric water. One habit, once a day. Let the body do the rest. Sugar and bedroom struggles. Turmeric to the rescue. Here's a hard truth that surprises a lot of men I see in my practice. High blood sugar is one of the most common and most overlooked causes of erectile dysfunction after 60. And it doesn't just apply to men with diabetes. Even borderline high glucose levels can quietly sabotage your performance. Let's break it down. When your blood sugar is consistently elevated, whether from poor diet, stress, or lack of exercise, it damages the small blood vessels and nerves that are critical for healthy erections. This process, called glycation, stiffens arteries, reduces circulation, and blunts nerve response. The result? Slower arousal, weaker erections, and more frustration. Here's where turmeric becomes your ally. Curcumin, the active compound in turmeric, has been shown in multiple studies to improve insulin sensitivity, helping your body use glucose more effectively, instead of letting it linger and do damage. A 2013 study in the International Journal of Endocrinology and Metabolism found that curcumin significantly reduced fasting blood sugar and hemoglobin A1C in individuals with elevated glucose levels. That's not just good news for your overall health. It's directly linked to better performance in the bedroom. I often recommend turmeric water as a morning ritual for my older patients struggling with sugar-related fatigue and performance issues. Why in the morning? Because your blood sugar naturally spikes after waking, and this simple drink helps regulate that early imbalance before it spirals. And the benefits don't stop there. Stable blood sugar also means more consistent energy levels, better sleep, less brain fog, and even improved mood. All essential for intimacy, connection, and overall well-being. Too many men suffer in silence, not realizing that their diet, especially sugar intake, is chipping away at their confidence and capability. But here's the hopeful part. You don't need to overhaul your entire life. Start with one thing: 1 cup of turmeric water every day. It's a small act with big impact, helping your body balance blood sugar naturally and supporting the very systems you rely on for strength, vitality, and connection. Stress, anxiety, and bedroom confidence. Let me be clear. Stress is not just a mental issue. It's a physical one. And when it comes to sexual performance, especially after 60, stress and anxiety are often the silent culprits no one talks about. I've had countless men sit in my office, telling me everything checks out physically, blood pressure's okay, testosterone levels are decent, but something's still off. They feel disconnected. They're second-guessing themselves. And their confidence in the bedroom is slowly slipping away. That's stress at work. When you're under stress, your body releases cortisol, a hormone that can disrupt almost every major system. It suppresses testosterone, tightens blood vessels, and interferes with the signals between your brain and body. That fight-or-flight response might be helpful in a crisis, but in the bedroom, it shuts things down fast. This is where turmeric water becomes a surprisingly effective support. Curcumin, the main compound in turmeric, has been shown to reduce cortisol levels and improve the brain's resilience to stress. In a 2015 study published in the journal Advances in Experimental Medicine and Biology, curcumin was found to significantly reduce symptoms of anxiety and improve mood in individuals with stress-related disorders. Why does that matter for men over 60? Because anxiety about performance becomes a loop. One rough experience leads to worry. That worry leads to tension, and that tension leads to another rough experience. The cycle feeds itself. But calming the nervous system, gently, naturally, can break that cycle. When you make turmeric water a daily habit, especially in the morning, you're giving your body a tool to manage stress from the inside out. I often suggest adding a pinch of black pepper and warming it slightly, not just to boost absorption, but to make the entire act a calming ritual. That quiet moment each morning isn't just for your body, it's for your mind. A signal to slow down, to breathe, to let go of the pressure and reconnect with yourself. Confidence doesn't come from pills or quick fixes. It comes from knowing your body is supported, inside and out. And when you feel calm, clear, and in control, performance often follows naturally, without the pressure, without the noise. Just you present and engaged. That's real intimacy. And it starts with taking care of your nervous system. Heart health equals bedroom health. There's a reason I always tell my male patients this. Your heart and your erections are speaking the same language. If one is struggling, chances are the other is too. Most men don't realize that erectile dysfunction is often an early warning sign of heart disease. In fact, the arteries in the penis are much smaller than those in the heart. So when plaque builds up, you'll often notice problems in the bedroom before you ever feel chest pain or shortness of breath. That's not fear, it's information. And it's powerful when you know what to do with it. The same things that protect your heart, healthy blood vessels, low inflammation, good circulation, are exactly what support firm, lasting erections. That's why I recommend turmeric water not just as a bedroom booster, but as a daily cardiovascular support tool. Curcumin has been shown in several studies to reduce LDL cholesterol, lower triglycerides, and improve the elasticity of blood vessels, all key to maintaining a strong, responsive cardiovascular system. In a 2020 review published in Critical Reviews in Food Science and Nutrition, curcumin supplementation was linked to significant improvements in multiple markers of heart health. What does that mean for you? It means that one simple, natural drink, taken consistently, can help your heart pump more efficiently, your arteries stay flexible, and your blood flow stay steady. And when that happens, performance tends to follow. Let's also not ignore the emotional part of this. When you know your heart is strong, your confidence increases. You're not worried about what-ifs or second-guessing your health. That mental ease allows your body to respond more freely without hesitation or anxiety. So don't look at erectile issues as an isolated problem. They're often the body's way of asking for help, especially from your heart. And turmeric water. It's one of the gentlest, most proven ways to give your cardiovascular system the daily care it needs. Start supporting your heart, and you may be surprised at what else starts working better too. Detoxifying the body, recharging the libido. You might not think your liver has anything to do with your libido. But let me tell you, for men over 60, your detox system can make or break your energy, your drive, and even your desire. Here's why. Your liver is responsible for processing not just toxins from food, alcohol, or medications, but also excess hormones, waste products, and chemicals that affect everything from your mood to your sexual function. When your liver is overworked or sluggish, your body holds on to things it should be clearing out. And that internal buildup, it drags everything down, including your libido. This is especially true if you're on multiple prescriptions, drinking regularly, or eating a high-processed, high-sugar diet. All of that puts pressure on your liver. Over time, you feel slower, more tired, less sharp, and often less interested in intimacy, not because you've lost the will, but because your body is bogged down. Turmeric water can help reset that. Curcumin has been shown to support liver detoxification pathways, particularly by enhancing enzymes that break down toxins and harmful compounds in the blood. In a study published in Liver International, curcumin demonstrated protective effects against liver damage and even helped regenerate damaged liver tissue. For my patients, I often describe turmeric as a kind of internal cleanser, gently supporting the body's natural process of elimination. And when your system is running cleaner, everything improves. Your skin, your sleep, your digestion, and yes, your libido. Because here's the thing. When your body is constantly fighting inflammation, toxic buildup, or sluggish metabolism, sexual energy takes a back seat. It's not a priority when your body feels overloaded. But once you clear out the waste and restore balance, your natural desire has a way of coming back on its own, without forcing it. Think of turmeric water as a way to lift the fog from your system. It's not a stimulant. It doesn't artificially force performance. It simply helps your body do what it's already designed to do: heal, clear, and awaken. And for many older men, that's exactly what's been missing. Combating erectile fatigue with antioxidants. You've probably heard the term oxidative stress. But few men realize just how deeply it affects their energy, stamina, and ability to perform in the bedroom. As a urologist, I see this all the time. Men over 60 struggling not just to get an erection, but to maintain it. That's what I call erectile fatigue, and it's more common than you think. So what's causing it? It's not just about testosterone or circulation. At the cellular level, it often comes down to damage from free radicals, unstable molecules that accumulate as we age. These free radicals attack your blood vessels, nerves, and tissues, especially the ones responsible for sexual function. Over time, this damage builds up. The result? Slower response times, weaker erections, and shorter duration. You're not just tired, you're cellularly drained. This is where turmeric water offers something unique. Turmeric, through its active compound curcumin, is one of the most potent natural antioxidants we know of. It doesn't just fight inflammation, it actively protects your cells from oxidative damage. In a 2019 study published in Oxidative Medicine and Cellular Longevity, curcumin was shown to neutralize free radicals and boost the body's own antioxidant enzymes. That's a powerful one-two punch, reducing damage while helping your body defend itself better. Why does this matter for erectile health? Because erections rely on a healthy chain of events: nerves firing, blood vessels dilating, tissues expanding. Oxidative stress disrupts that chain. Antioxidants like curcumin help preserve the integrity of that system, so everything functions more smoothly and with less fatigue. I often tell my patients, you wouldn't drive an old car without checking the oil and cleaning the engine. Your body's no different. Over time, it needs maintenance, and antioxidant support is one of the most overlooked forms of that maintenance, especially when it comes to sexual health. A daily glass of turmeric water isn't a gimmick. It's a quiet act of protection, shielding your blood vessels, restoring your stamina, and giving your body the support it needs to respond with strength and consistency. And in the long run, that consistency is what truly matters. Not just for performance, but for confidence, connection, and vitality. A simple ritual that changes everything. In my years of working with men over 60, I've learned this. The biggest changes often come from the smallest, most consistent habits. Not drastic diets, not expensive supplements. Just one thoughtful choice, repeated day after day. That's what turmeric water can become, a simple ritual that quietly transforms your health from the inside out. This isn't about chasing youth. It's about building strength, stability, and clarity as you age, on your terms. And that starts with treating your body with care and intention. Drinking turmeric water each morning takes less than 5 minutes, but the impact builds. You're lowering inflammation, protecting your heart, supporting healthy testosterone, improving circulation, clearing toxins, and defending your cells against damage. All by starting your day with one warm glass. It's not just what turmeric does chemically, it's what this habit does mentally. I've seen men shift their mindset completely. That quiet act each morning becomes a signal. I'm still investing in myself. I still matter. And that mindset is powerful. Add a pinch of black pepper to enhance absorption. Maybe a squeeze of lemon to support digestion. Drink it warm, do it before breakfast. Let it be your moment of calm before the noise of the day. What I love most about this ritual is that it's accessible. You don't need a prescription. You don't need a doctor's visit. You need curiosity, consistency, and the willingness to try something ancient that modern science has only just begun to validate. Some of my patients notice results in a week. For others, it's a few weeks or a month. But when they do, the changes aren't just physical. They stand taller. They speak with more certainty. They feel more connected to themselves, to their partners, to their lives. That's the quiet power of aging well. And it starts with showing up for yourself, one glass at a time. There you have it, 10 powerful, natural ways turmeric water can support your health as a man over 60. We're not just talking about the bedroom, we're talking about better blood flow, balanced hormones, a stronger heart, and a clearer mind. The truth is, your body is still capable of strength, connection, and vitality. You just need to give it the right support. And sometimes that starts with the simplest daily habit. If you learned something today, or if you're going to try this turmeric water routine, let me know in the comments. And remember to tell us where you're watching from. I read every one. Please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to Glowing Age. It helps me continue bringing you real, science-backed health guidance for aging with strength, purpose, and quiet confidence. Take care of yourself. You've earned it.